for Russian vessels, including a nuclear-powered submarine, are set to arrive in Havana next week. According to Cuba's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, these vessels will dock in the Cuban capital between June 12th and 17th. Importantly, none of these vessels carry any nuclear weapons, and their presence is said not to pose a threat to the region. The Cuban ministry emphasized that this visit is in line with the historical friendly relations between Cuba and Russia and adheres strictly to international regulations. However, the arrival of these powerful vessels, especially the nuclear submarine Kazan, comes amid heightened tensions over the war in Ukraine. Cuba and the U.S. are geographically very close, separated by just 90 miles at their nearest point. This proximity adds to the significance of this naval visit. Recently, Russian President Vladimir Putin hinted that Moscow might take asymmetrical actions if Western countries like the US and Germany supplied Ukraine with weapons used against Russian soil. Putin suggested that the use of advanced missile technology by Ukraine could be seen as direct involvement in the conflict. While the US and its allies insist that the weapons supplied to Ukraine are meant for defensive purposes, especially in border areas where Russia has been launching attacks, the situation remains tense. A U.S. official noted that Russia's plans to send combat vessels to the Caribbean for naval exercises are being closely monitored by the U.S. Navy. Despite not viewing the arrival as an immediate threat, Washington is vigilant. In addition to the Kazan, the visiting fleet will include the frigate Gorshkov, the fleet oil tanker Passion, and the salvage tug Nikolai Chiker. Upon the fleet's arrival in Havana, there will be a ceremonial exchange of 21 salvos fired from one of the ships, reciprocated by Cuba's Revolutionary Armed Forces. Relations between Russia and Cuba have been strengthening, especially following a 2022 meeting between Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel and Putin. The two leaders also met last month during the annual May 9th military parade in Moscow. This growing closeness harks back to the Cold War era, when Cuba was a crucial ally of the Soviet Union, culminating in the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. This historical context underlines the ongoing significance of Cuban-Russian relations in contemporary geopolitics.